Good morning and welcome to this week's podcast.
Where are we headed, my colleagues? First is efficiency. And what we've done is to try the titles, from the titles to the various divisions that we've created within NNPC, are geared towards one singular objective. That objective is one, to change the mindset of leaders. And so, where there were GED titles, I added the COOs. Because they've got to become chief operating officers of their divisions. They've got to take responsibility for the bottom P&L. They've got to take responsibility for staff who work under them. They've got to take responsibility for career progression, for steering, for mentoring, and for ideas generation. They will head the governances or the governance councils of the various subsidiaries that are under them, and they'll have to report to me with the full knowledge of what is going on in those entities. They've got to deal with issues of corruptions and gaps and lapses. They've got to deal with issues of finding funds to make those places work. If it's taking loans, if it is working out financial structures, they've got to take responsibilities for those. But they've got to take responsibility for human beings. At the end of the day, the most important aspect of this company are the faces you see. NNPC means nothing without people. And so we must give people hope. We must show them that ultimately, although the journey may be rough, if we stay together, we will get there. The decisions I've made so far in coming to this organization have been propelled by one singular factor: to finally prove to the Nigerian nation that NNPC really can be NNPC of old. The one that was bright, that shined, that was loved, that delivered services efficiently, that people wanted to have careers in. And if you look at the avalanche of applications that are coming into the system today from people who are in the most major oil companies saying we want to come back to NNPC, we want to come to NNPC, it shows me that suddenly we're beginning to do things right. If you look at the amount of governors who are coming in here now to visit, not on an adversarial basis, but on friendly basis, it shows me that they're taking notice. But the most important individuals are yourselves. I am an insignificant factor in that game. You have to have hope, you have to have belief in yourselves. You have to see that things that are being done are not being done on the basis of a political game. I'm not a politician. In the strict sense, well, in some sense maybe I am. But in the strict sense of somebody who's pursued a political career, I really am a neophyte. But all I am focused on is how to get the very best out of a responsibility that I'm given. My greatest propelling need is to leave a legacy for this institution. And I've always said it is not one that is going to go on for too long, but hopefully when I'm outside the door, somebody will remember that some changes took place here, and we can move from that tangent. So first of all, COOs must take responsibility. Then MDs must not see business entities anymore as administrative organs. They are meant to deliver set services, set results, and set numbers. I think that if we focus on all the little pieces of what we are doing, you'll find that the delivery will be immense. And all the changes that have happened so far, in case you do not know, but I'm sure you follow the numbers and the reports that we publish. But you've gone from an average of over 30 billion in monthly deficits to 3 billion in a period of 6 months. If you continue on this tangent, this company should begin to show monthly profitability in the next 2 to 3 months. That will be dramatic, and that's before we have even started, because we haven't started. This is simply through your 20 fixes, you deciding to cut costs and to watch your expenses. And there's still a huge amount of expenses we still need to cut. But imagine what it would look like if you succeeded in identifying and doing all those. And imagine what it would look like if each business unit followed the same principles and monitored costs at those various levels. With the new DSDP program, not wholly designed by me, but by all of you, you are saving the nation $1 billion in importation program. $1 billion. You look at the fact that with the removal of, or connivance on the removal of the subsidy costs, you're saving the nation $1 trillion. $1 trillion. For the first time, this organization is not worrying about where to get the next subsidy money or who's going to pay it. For the first time, where our refineries are ready now to work. Crude has been pumped from Brass to Port Harcourt. Pipeline is being used for the first time in 6 months, in 6 years. Escravos to Warri pipeline was 90% complete before it was blown up. But I didn't give up. We went back. Today we're flushing water. With some luck, in the next 2 weeks, we'll start pumping crude through Warri into Warri refinery so that Kaduna can be fed. But meanwhile, we're supplying them through a vessel, an arrangement that I hate. But I've got to do it. But then you look at pipelines. For the first time we're able to pump to Ilorin. We've not done that in about 10 years. There are dramatic changes happening here you may not know, but there are. For the first time, we're able to meet almost 75% of our responsibilities to FARC. Those are major issues for the nation.